We live in a world where hardship is unavoidable. You will lose people you love. You will be betrayed. You will face failure, humiliation, heartbreak, sickness, and one day, death. Most people spend their lives pretending this isn't true. They distract themselves with pleasure, with comfort, with entertainment. But deep down, they live in fear of the storm. And when the storm finally arrives, when life hits them with something real, the loss of a parent, the collapse of a career, a betrayal from someone they trusted, they break. They panic. They spiral. They lose themselves. The Stoics, however, lived by a different code. They knew life was hard, but they embraced it. They didn't try to escape hardship. They prepared for it. They trained their minds to be unshakable, so that when the storm came, they stood firm. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, was at war for almost his entire reign. He faced plague, political betrayal, and the deaths of several of his own children. And yet, he wrote in his private journal, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Think about that. The most powerful man in the world, carrying the weight of an empire, burying his own children, and he writes to himself that it isn't the events that break us, but our judgment of them. That's the heart of Stoicism. It's not the betrayal, not the death, not the failure that destroys you. It's the way you choose to interpret it. And if you master your mind, nothing can break you. But what does this actually mean for us? Let's go deeper. Take betrayal. Someone you trusted stabs you in the back. The usual reaction? Rage, despair, endless rumination. You replay the story in your head. You think about what you could have done differently. You wish you could go back. And all that thinking eats you alive. The Stoics took a different view. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." He wasn't being cynical. He was training his mind. If betrayal happens, he's not shocked. He expected it. If it doesn't, he feels gratitude. Either way, his peace is intact. Now consider death, the one thing no human being can escape. Seneca, who lost his own child, wrote, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man while he lives." To the Stoics, death wasn't something to ignore. It was something to face every single day. Memento mori, remember that you must die. To us, that sounds dark, almost depressing. But to the Stoics, it was liberating. If the worst that can happen to you is something that's inevitable, why waste your life fearing it? Think of your own life. How much of your anxiety, your hesitation, your procrastination comes from fear? Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment. At the core, all of these fears are just small shadows of the ultimate fear: death. Accept that death is coming, and suddenly, rejection doesn't seem so terrifying. Failure doesn't seem so final. Epictetus, born a slave, beaten by his master until he was permanently crippled, put it this way: we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. He had every reason to hate life, to collapse under the weight of his suffering. But he didn't. Instead, he taught generations of Romans how to rise above misfortune. Because pain is real, but suffering is optional. Pain is what happens to you. Suffering is the story you tell yourself about it. Think about the last time you went through something painful. Maybe you lost someone you loved. Maybe you were betrayed. Maybe you failed at something that mattered to you. The pain was real. But did you notice how your mind made it worse? The endless why me? The obsessive replay of events? The belief that it was unfair? That's suffering. And that's the part you can control. The Stoics stripped hardship of unnecessary suffering. Marcus wrote, "If you are pained by anything external, it is not the thing itself that disturbs you, but your judgment of it. And it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now." So, how do you actually build this Stoic endurance in your own life? Let's break it down. First, practice negative visualization. The Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Imagine losing your job. Imagine losing your wealth. Even imagine losing the people you love. Not to torture yourself, but to prepare. Marcus Aurelius did this every morning. "Today I will meet ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful men." If it happened, he was ready. If it didn't, he felt gratitude. And that's the key. When you rehearse the worst, you strip it of its surprise. And surprise is what makes pain unbearable. Second, embrace voluntary hardship. Seneca advised his students to practice poverty once in a while. Sleep on the floor. Eat the simplest food. Wear rough clothes. Then ask yourself, is this what I feared? Most of the suffering we feel in life comes from attachment to comfort. Break that attachment and you become invincible. Think about modern life. Most people panic at the smallest inconvenience. Losing Wi-Fi, traffic jams, a delayed flight. If you want to be unbreakable, train yourself in discomfort. Cold showers, fasting, physical training, journaling through your darkest thoughts. These practices don't make life easier. They make you tougher. Third, separate what's in your control from what's not. Epictetus made this the foundation of his philosophy. Some things are up to us. Some things are not. Your reputation? Not fully in your control. Your wealth? Not fully in your control. Even your body, subject to sickness, accident, and age. But your thoughts, your actions, your choices, those are yours. Anchor your happiness in what you control, and you become untouchable. Fourth, reframe obstacles as opportunities. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way, the modern version. Every obstacle is fuel. Insulted by someone? It's a chance to practice patience. Fail at something? A chance to practice perseverance. Lose something you value? A chance to practice detachment. Hardship doesn't block the path. Hardship is the path. And finally, remember impermanence. Everything you love will eventually be gone. Everything you fear will eventually fade. Marcus wrote constantly about this. All is ephemeral. What remembers and what is remembered. To him, this wasn't depressing. It was freeing. If pain is temporary, you can endure it. If loss is temporary, you can let go. If life itself is temporary, you can live fully. But let's make this practical. Let's talk about 3 types of hardship most people face today and how Stoicism applies. First, modern anxiety. Work stress, deadlines, the fear of not being good enough. We live in the age of burnout. The Stoic answer? Detach from the outcome. Focus only on the action in front of you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't let your imagination be crushed by life as a whole. Just stick to the present moment. If you do today's work with excellence, tomorrow will take care of itself." Second, betrayal and broken relationships. You gave everything and they left. You trusted someone and they turned on you. It hurts. But the Stoics remind us, people act according to their nature. Expect it. Don't demand loyalty from those who cannot give it. Instead, choose to act with integrity, regardless of how others treat you. Respect is not given. It is lived. Third, death and loss. The hardest of all. Seneca reminded us, grief is natural, but despair is optional. Mourn, yes. But remember, you are not the first to lose, and you will not be the last. Death is part of the natural order. To resist it is to resist life itself. To accept it is to finally live without fear. So here's the truth. Hardship is not optional. Pain is not optional. But breaking? Breaking is optional. That's why Stoicism is not just philosophy. It's survival. Imagine living with this mindset. You expect betrayal, so it cannot shock you. You accept death, so it cannot paralyze you. You train in discomfort, so nothing can scare you. You focus only on what you control, so nothing external can dominate you. This is what it means to live with an iron mind. To be sovereign, unshakable, free. The storms of life will come for you. But you don't have to collapse when they do. Remember this, it's not events that break you, it's your judgment of them. And judgment is always yours to control. So next time life strikes, don't ask, why me? Ask, how can I use this? Because once you think like a Stoic, nothing can break you. If this changed how you think about hardship, support the channel by liking and subscribing. Share it with someone who feels overwhelmed by life. One idea can be enough to steady the mind. Memento mori. Accept the storm. Live with courage. See you in the next reflection.